like to introduce you to my father, John Millish, who played hockey for New Zealand from 1983 to 1989. How did you first get into the Black Sticks, and what was that like?
Well, I first got into the junior Black Sticks, or the junior men's team, which is what it was called in those days, when the goalkeeper, one of the goalkeepers in the side, broke his arm, and I was playing for Wellington at the time, the Wellington senior men's team at the time, at the national tournament, Challenge Shield, and the selectors didn't know that I was still eligible, so I got into that team and went away to a tournament in Hong Kong where we were quite successful. And then after I had a bad accident falling off my parents' roof where I broke both my arms and fractured my skull, I didn't play for a year as I was convalescing and doing lots of physio. And I then the following year got back into the Wellington team and the university senior men's team again, and I got selected at the end of the year to go to a tournament in Pakistan, so it was very exciting.
How many games did you play for the national team, and which countries did you go to, and how did you balance top level hockey with your university studies?
I only played, I think, 4 or 5 games for the juniors and played 24 test matches for the men's team. We travelled. I was lucky to travel to quite a few countries, Hong Kong, China, we played hockey in China, Singapore, and a fantastic tournament in Pakistan, Malaysia, and a great tour of Europe where we played in England and Holland and Germany and Spain, and then back in London for the World Cup.
What was the goalkeeping gear like?
It's certainly not as good as it is now. It was before we were playing with the old cane and K-pop pads, more like cricket pads. So I used to pull them apart and rip the K-pop out, which is this cotton stuffing, and put foam in instead, so they were much lighter. But I spent many hours sewing them up again. And we also didn't wear helmets or masks early on. It's hard to imagine being like that now.
Did you have any major injuries?
No major injuries. I was pretty lucky. A few cuts and bruises, and probably the main worst injury I had was actually when I was training, and I pulled a medial ligament in my knee when we were training on grass, which we weren't used to at that stage. The grass was a bit slippery.
What were the highlights of your career?
Probably the main highlights were winning the Junior World Cup qualifying tournament in Hong Kong, which was the first time I played for the juniors, which wasn't expected, and then winning a tournament in Germany and beating Germany in the final, and they were Olympic champions at that stage, and going to the World Cup in London.
Do you have any advice for young hockey players trying to reach that top level today?
Just concentrate on improving your skills, your personal skills, which you can do at home or with your friends, and enjoy playing it. Play as much as you can. Play at school, but concentrate on skills and fitness.
Well, that was the end of our interview for today. Thank you for talking to us, yes?
Yeah, thank you,
I'll
Billy.
see you again sometime.
Okay, thank you.